Tseo ke gona ka re tsena mo puisanong ya rena ya bobedi mme ebile le yone e leng gore tla bega ra thulaganyo ya gago ya dumela Botswana Breakfast Show mo tsatsi lone la bobedi gakologala jalo gore ka the 20th of July 2023 ke gona gore tauteno a lehatshe la Botswana His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Abetso Masisi na tlhoma jalo mindset change le gone ka ko motseng ngwane wa Zuitsho le gone gore lehatshe la Botswana re batla gore be le gore ka ngwaga wa 2036 la gola from middle income economy ra go bona yalo to high income economy yalo mme mo tsatsi la gompieno gore be le gore tla go bua ka mindset change yona re itebagantse le ba dikgwebo yalo go sa kgathalese gore a kgwebo potlana kgotsa kgwebo efe ke na le re Buca Matenge ena tsa ko Musclehood Consulting o tla tsama re bolela gore gone ka ko ene ke seno gore wa se dira le gone gore komponi yone ena e dira sentle re Buca Matenge good morning le kae le tsogile sentle ke a gola re nna ela re kopana re na re bua hela o itse re ke ngwe le ka gone gore be le gore wa ga setšhaba sa rona sa Botswana era a re tsena mo gone re Matenge re bolelle gone gore gone ka ko Musclehood Consulting ke sene gore la se dira mme ebile wena o dirang gone ka ko
Musclehood Consulting ke a consultancy company e itebagantseng le tota go godisa bogwebi mo Botswana. We coach, we mentor, we consult, we partner with government, other private companies like the corporates to essentially just inculcate the culture of entrepreneurship mo Botswaneng. And it ties nicely with the topic that we are going to be discussing because to be an entrepreneur, go nna mogwebi o go dira business go tlhoka gore o bona le mindset o rileng. So it sits nicely with what we do at Musclehood. We also provide strategies. If SMEs ba batla madi, we help them seek funding. If they want turnaround strategies, we help them with turning around their business if they are failing. And just finding solutions. Essentially, we are a solutions provider to the challenges that the SMEs are facing on a daily day.
You are the answers to our questions.
Exactly.
The concept ya mindset change. Ga to le ga re change ka mo re ntse re dira dilo ka teng ka mo e leng gore le ba dio ka teng ka mo e leng gore re akanya ka teng. Ke batla o e tlhalosagela gore wena o e tlhaloganya jang re be re bua ka mindset change within a business.
Motswana ha go rare a go tlhabologe wa tlhaloganya go raya. So mindset change to us era go tlhabologa go tlhabolola the way re rang dilo ka teng go tlhabolola dikakanyo tsa rona go re tshwantse re teng. Obviously it means increasing the capacity or the knowledge or the power that you've had or that you essentially don't realize you have. And once you do that, you realize well, actually I can grow from where I am to something se so mo kgwebong tota mindset change o ra gone gore re le bagwebi ba botlana ba batona re lebella dilo yang go ya go pele re se kana re enya ke tsa gore se go hela dio tse o ke tsa bo Matenge hela dinele tsa bang ba tsone or just thinking ke tla ira komponi mme komponi ya me ke direla gore ke go ina tendera ha tendera satle what then that's when the frustrations and all these things come in as the business people. You have to have strategies and structures in place se di go ra dire ha motswa kwa a tla go computer lo yana mo Botswana lo yana o khona go phadisanya le ena
ha re ke sa time ro tlhere le 10 e be ile gore motho wa bo 11 wa tla ke ntse ene gore ke dilo go harologana le ene ka sone gore be ile gore batho ba tla go reka time mme ke ntse ke re sa 10 pula hela ka batho ba bang
mme ke ntse ke re e bile ke sa ngwe re ke sa re o batlaeng o irwa go gore ke rena le mahoko a ra dirisang a dire generator re ra merahe ye mengwe o dirwa gore ke se nna nne o ba ba ntsenyana ba tswa kae ya no you're not dealing with what is supposed to do, you're dealing with personalities and culture and tribalism instead of just saying I can grow, I can compete because where I am ya ga ke bua ke khona go itlhabolola
gone go ibile gona le go le buileng o re personalities ma gona le puo e tleng ke utlwa ha ntse go bua ga tswe di gantsweng sa mindset change go bua ka growth oriented mindset gore go tsela gore o leke gore break it down gore ha re bua ka growth oriented mindset ra be re bua ka mindset o e leng gore o ntse ya tlhaloganyo e ntseng yang ha re tsamaya re lebile tsa kgwebo.
First it starts with the self. Mindset change starts with the self.
Na wena.
And then it's the thinking, then it becomes the feeling. You think, and this is how I feel. And then because this is how I feel, and this is how I act. So essentially when your mindset, when you have a growth-oriented mindset, it becomes a habit in terms of what you do on a daily basis. First of all, it means continuous improvement and improving on everything that you do. How only one-dimensional.
Change your processes.
What are the processes that you want? What other products can you bring in? What are other marketing techniques? What are others? What is your competition doing? You're always involved in seeing how you can grow your business every day. So it becomes habitual. So bringing it back to mindset change, it says, how do you on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, as a person and as a business owner and as a Botswana, grow from where you are to where you want to be? It also says you have to keep your KPIs, key performance indicators. What is it? Do you checkbox last year. Some of us or most of us don't do that. We just leave.
Mr. Matenge, ko re wa go itlhaela gore kompone kana go na le motho e leng gore o tlhamile kompone o e leng gore ene o tlhaloganya gore ke eng se ene gore batla go se dira le o tsone di KPI tse ntseng o bua ka tsone o kgona go itse gore mme ena nka e kgonana ena nka e kgonana ena nka e kgonana mme wa go itlhaela gore mo kompone go na le batho ba e leng gore o ba hirile e be nna kgang yone ya gore teamwork ke yone e leng gore e tla kgona gore e be le gore la achieve tsone di KPI tse ntseng o bua ka tsone yaanong potso ena gore how do you then as a leader encourage this growth mindset within this particular organization e leng gore ke e okametse kgotsa batho ba e leng gore ke ba okametse bana?
I love your question. Simply put, you become the change that you want to see.
Lovely. You become the change that you want to see.
Yes. So how the chances of them doing that, so leadership in all spheres, by the way, we are all leaders wherever you are. You are leading me now. You show by intent, you show by example, be the first to arrive. In fact, look, but sometimes how lady that's the culture you are breeding. So a mindset change becomes a culture. It's not just going to be a key, like something is going to happen. It's going to be a culture. In fact, I've got this feeling now what the excellence is trying to do. He's not necessarily doing it for his generation, because generation gets out he's doing for the generation 8. Once we can have that generation that sees themselves as worthy and to compete anywhere in the world and to do businesses that are competing anywhere in the world, but that mindset of conquering and winning, then as a Botswana, what the future we
how a very important point re tshwanetse re cultivate ko moding and gone yana se leng gore sa iragala within the country ke gone gore there is a road show yone ya mindset change e leng gore ba tsama o ka re motsatsing ma bana ba letsele gone gore ba go gantsi they've been to the north ba go tsama le hatse ka bophara e le gone gore they are going to bana ba di preschool, they are going to bana ba di junior school, di senior school gone gore ba cultivate so ntse ngo bua ka sona ba ntse ba re #BW mindset change. So ke dimela gore the government what is doing, we're on the right track. How do we then get to instill this? How issue education, issue the mentors or mentorship. How can we we instill this culture infuse mo thutong e leng gore ra ya mo gana le babereki mo ditirong hela ka go harologana gone gore banne ba ntse ba itse gore how tsena with a growth mindset in term over and beyond mindset e leng gore o fixed.
You know, entrepreneurship is very interesting. Being entrepreneurial does not necessarily mean you can be enterprising. Even in Beraka Mobile TV, you are enterprising because when you become a solutions provider. When there's a challenge, you find out how ya go mogolwane wa gago o ya le go go yene o na le di solutions or potential solutions tse di teng so that how mo tlhalosetsa o bua le you can have a conversation. You don't go to him seeking for answers. Le batile gana go bulega re re jang, he's going to ask you and how sna di ka tsa go nna ya. So you inculcate that culture for Botswana especially at the education level, to find solutions. Sure, or maybe I'm a little bit older.
You are not old.
we were the schooling system solutions. Nila, please teacher, may I go to the toilet? Where you always have to ask for something from somebody elder. But I see with the younger generation, if you feel like going to the toilet, you get up and go to the toilet, then you come back.
We are taking space,
yes,
taking charge,
yes,
and owning up to what we want and how we see things, exactly, and what we need to do.
Exactly. And now in the education space, go to university, we now need to have hubs that build on these trades, where our kids become confident in themselves, where they can go anywhere and not or get beat and then worship and things like that. They can reason. They should be able to reason and show this is why I do this. So in the education space, I see with BUST, I see with the University of Botswana, with their business clinics, they have these hubs where now they inculcate the culture. We should always be thriving for growth and for winning as a culture and as a people.
And saying there's an element of diversity, yes, there's an element of inclusion. Yes. But what I want to know from your experience, because what are some of the misconceptions batho ga ba kgone go gola mo dikgwebong tsa bone mme ba na le potential kana o kgona go bona gore mo mmemo go ka tlisa madi mme be le gore motho ene ka mo eleng gore wa akanya ka teng o bona kgwebo ga go ka teng ke gone mo go mo itsang go gola.
Yeah, misconception e tona e re na le yone mo Botswana, especially from the startup perspective as well, is fear of failure. Failure is like bad.
Exactly.
So failure, and failure becomes a stigma. You know, number one failure in business, in most cases, and I'm proud of that, because from that you learn, you can pivot, you become stronger. When something's it's just pehonyana. Another misconception, we can all become tenderpreneurs and win tenders from government. It cannot be. We can't all set up companies. It's become a culture, by the way.
That's why you are there. That's why I'm here. That's why camera operators. That's why we have because we are different.
Different. So we should not set up. When your chances of failing in that space. Somebody's going to win it, and then what? And then you're going to start crying foul. So those are the common misconceptions. To get ahead, you have to bribe somebody or steal or do some unscrupulous.
How will you need to bribe yourself to say, I'm bribing myself because I can do this better than the next person?
Yeah. So in changing that, it comes to the mindset change to say, these are the habits that other entrepreneurs out there are doing. It's persistence, working hard, innovating, become creative, and also building partnerships with other like-minded individuals. Like myself, like I said, I partner with government, I partner with other institutions in terms of doing what we do, and we still get ahead.
So I want you to paint a picture for me, how the future can look like. How you incorporate mindset change within your business practices each and every single day.
Yeah, I'll do that and do it for Botswana as well. The future looks bright, actually. We've seen it. We've seen how the business, His Excellency has done with, Forbes Under 30
Summit,
where
Summit.
Young people, Botswana, get to rub shoulders with fully established.
The US Africa Summit.
The US Africa. So, Luruna, as young people, you have to now elevate and say, this is how we want to be. So in terms of competing and producing products of value, this is where we are headed, and that's how the future looks like. Myself, during our generation, and a bit of we were sent to the best schools around the world, and we are tops. Most of Botswana, they become tops. It's only when we come back then we dim our lives. Yes, we dim our lives. But that is to show where Motswana will place anywhere in the world, Motswana will always flourish. Motswana will always flourish. So, Ari Tlhabololeng Batswana, Ari Tlhabololeng getting to understand that we are better than we actually think.
But Tlhabolo is more like as a person.
Re
Buca Matenge o bona ko kae gona gore be le gore o itse re ke di business tsana re ka tla go yana gore be le gore ka di godisa.
Yes, Buca Matenge, www.bucamatenge.co.bw, that's our website, www.bucamatenge.co.bw. Mo maranyaning ke bidiwa Buca Matenge, BUCA Matenge.
Very simple.
Yeah, that Buca, by the way, I always want to preach. Buca yo, ora Botswana University campus appeal. That's when University of Botswana.
That's why how celebrate to have 40 years the Buca story.
The Buca story. That's when Botswana, the mindset was still intact. They could say we can fundraise, we can network.
That's where the slogan "Moto le moto khomo" comes from. Buca Matenge, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you this morning.
Thank you so much.
All right, ka tsena tsenya re tseke gona ka pisana mele rene Buca Matenge le gona gore tla go bukutlonja ka ne re bua ka mindset change gona gore ke nsene gore tsantse re be le gore wa se hetola ha re tsa marite ba gantsele ka mo eleng gore o ntse o dira kgwebo ya gago ka teng mme o tlhalosa le gore go simolla ka wena o le motho le gone gore o change dikakanya tsa go gore be le gore kgwebo ya gago o gana gore be le gore o itse re ke nka mosetla be le gore ke yone e leng gore o ipelege ka yone o tlhalosa le gore Motswana, you can place Motswana anywhere in the world, they will forever flourish. Tsana mo website ya bone ba video tota website eo ke yone www.bucamatenge.co.bw kgotsa tsena mo tsebeng ya Facebook o video ya le go te Buca Matenge tla ke be gone fa ke go tsa LB re tla go tsala thulaganyo mo tsatsing la gago la bobedi.